Hi guys, it's been a little while. I had to take time out for myself because it all got very dark, very heavy, very dense. As I'm sure it has been for a lot of you guys. It's like we've reached the level. Well, yeah, okay, this process that we're going through, for lack of a better words, I'm increasingly beginning to get so frustrated with language because it just doesn't cut it at all. It's just fucking bullshit. But it's a bit like a barrel of poison, and you're emptying out the barrel layer after layer after layer, and you have the new age telling you that, oh, it gets better and better and easier, when in fact that's not the truth. It's the other way around. The deeper you go, the darker it gets, because it's more compacted, it's more dense, it's more sludgy at the bottom. And for those of you who are really going through it, literally really just like, wow, I never thought it would be like this, and whatever, then yeah, okay, I hear you. I'm right there with you guys. There's so many nuances coming up for me, so many things that are being shown to me that as yet the picture is not complete, so it's sort of difficult to even talk about it. Because it's about the external and it's about the internal, and it's about feeling more and more frustrated with people that just don't get it, even though they say they're awake and they're not at all, and they never change. And it seems to me that we're surrounded by bots. I actually think that they are bots. It was somebody who left a comment below another video that I was watching, that I don't necessarily agree with all of it at all, but it did make me think about some things actually. And I think about our bodies, and I think about our DNA, which is a spiral, and then I think about the Fibonacci codes and so forth and so on, and it's all coding. It's very mathematical. So it's very AI, basically, because where we come from as soul travelers, that sort of thing doesn't exist at all. It's not limited, it's not set to a code. Infinity doesn't need a code, you know what I mean? It doesn't, it just is. So the fact that we have this DNA spiral, that we have the Fibonacci code spiral, that everybody harps on about being so incredible and magnificent and miraculous, it's not actually. It's a symbol of imposed limitation, and it repeats the same shit over and over and over again. In other words, it does the same thing over and over again whilst expecting different results. No wonder it's surrounded by fucking stupidity on a level so grandiose. And no wonder that we all feel so fucking insane with it all, totally with our backs against the wall. Because we're stuck, we are true consciousness, we are soul travelers. The movers and the shakers, the be-all and end-all of actual, raw, true consciousness. And again, consciousness is just a fucking word. We are spirits. We are beings that have somehow ended up in this AI world, because that is what this place is. It's all coded, right? When you make a website, when you create a website the old-fashioned way, you do it through coding. And it's a really laborious thing. You don't need to do it anymore because you use templates nowadays. But coding is how they used to do it. And that is what this reality is. It's like a website that was created using coding. And all these people that we call NPCs and whatnot, people is actually just about the right word for them. So when anybody calls you a person or a human being, then just deflect that and say, no, I'm not, because it's a derogatory term. I am not a human being. I am a soul traveler, and I am stuck for the time being. And I don't really want to use the word stuck, because that implies that I'm a prisoner here, and I don't want to believe that. But it's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm stuck in this robot. This is a robot. Hence DNA, hence decoding, hence you are genetically and then epigenetically limited and deprived and manipulated, because all the shit that we inherit literally from our ancestors, that we inherit from our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents and our great-great-grandparents, that all these dark, nefarious, toxic, hell-contagion energies, right, and behaviors, all that type of horrible toxic sludge that isn't even ours at all. And yet, because we are traumatized, severely traumatized and manipulated and programmed by this fake world, on top of what we inherit through the bloodlines, right? So that epigenetically then switches on all those markers, all those codes within us, within our DNA. And that is why so many of us soul travelers, we have to work through the densest darkness imaginable, where everybody around us is just A-OK. I mean, it's people like, this is why Facebook is beginning to really annoy the fuck out of me, because it's these people that I think they're there just to bait us and to taunt us in a way, because there's these bots, these NPCs that claim to be awake and are always forever posting all these pseudo spiritual, pseudo esoteric, but very shallow and very platitude-ish type stuff, you know. It's like, wow, there's no depth in you whatsoever, is there? And they never change, you know, they never change at all. They're always the same. And I am so thoroughly sick of individuals like that. No, they're not individuals, of course, they're hive, but I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of these fuckers. I really am. Wow. And of course, another element of all of this is that, okay, so we're soul travelers, but we are stuck for the time being in these robot bodies, in this AI robotic world, surrounded by other robots that are empty or possessed by dark, demonic types of things, you know, hence the black eyes. And what happens to these bodies? Well, they decay, they fall apart. If any of you guys are familiar with Stargate Atlantis, I urge you to watch it if you're not. It's where they have these beings called the Wraith, and they live for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and they feed off human beings. And when they feed off human beings, what happens is, if within the span of seconds you grow old. Here you are 21 and they suck on you, and within seconds you're like 18, you've dropped dead. But of course they call that old age. You know, oh, that's old age. And the minute they say old age, it's normalized. It's given a name and it's put in a box. It's said, well, that is what it is and that is why it happens. And you have that drummed into you from the minute you're a child. You know, when you're told that, oh, people gain wisdom as they grow old, and, you know, which is a complete load of nonsense. If anything, people's stupidity, people's narcissist bollocks becomes more and more and more compounded the older they become. They don't get wise, they don't get wisdom, they don't get more anything at all. They just become more and more entrenched in, you know, in the abomination that they are. What can I say, you know? That's it. And we've just been told a pack of lies about absolutely everything, guys. And we are living in these bodies that deteriorate and disintegrate and decay, and no matter what you do, and again, you get all these healthy living gurus, or all these people saying, oh, if you take MSM every day, then you don't grow old, but that's bullshit. Or if you do yoga, or if you eat a raw food diet, and there's all, alkaline, oh, the Candida diet, and do this and do that, and go to the gym every day, and, you know, and there are people, everybody's trying to stave off the inevitable. Everybody is focused, is completely focused. Oh, I've got to do that. I've got to somehow stop myself from aging. I've got to keep myself looking good. Because the way this robot of mine looks, the way it appears and the way it looks, is how I will be received by the other bots around me. It's where I derive my value, my worth from. You know. So when you begin to lose your looks, and when your body is displaying more and more signs of old age or disease, the ravages of disease, or whatever it might be, and it happens to all of us. In fact, it happens more so to soul travelers. It really, really does. We suffer far more, our bodies suffer far more, because we are very much alive here inside this robot body. Everything that we experience, all the trauma, all the manipulation and the gaslighting, the way that we completely you know, so that we don't know our ass from our elbow, literally totally lost in the fucking woods, lost, wow. And then you go into your dark night of the soul, you start healing yourself. And far from that, actually, to see the New Age is a fucking cauldron of filth. Because it tells you what it's going to be like. Oh, it's going to be like this, and this is how it's going to work out. This is, you know, you're going to feel great, and yeah. And it's not true at all, it's the opposite. It's going to affect your body a great deal, this whole awakening. It's going to affect your body so much, you're going to get sicker and sicker. Because all that toxic sludge, all that coding from your ancestors that has epigenetically been switched on, turned on, through all the trauma and all the gaslighting and all the constant mind control, it's gonna, because you're a soul, because you are true pure consciousness, you're going to really experience that and feel that, and it's going to impact your body, your health, and your mental health, which also affects your physical body. It's really going to just all go down in a big way. Yeah. But you're surrounded by these fucking bots, these empty vessels, or in some cases filled with something malevolent, and they're not affected like that at all. I mean, it's incredible. It just is. It's like, wow, these people just don't... I mean, yeah, they get old and they get sick and they all of that, but not in the same way as we do. Probably because they don't see it, they don't feel it. They accept it as normal, norm, all. It's, you know, it's weird. I mean, I can guarantee you that a soul traveller goes and has the vaccine in a moment of complete madness and will get violently sick and might even die. An NPC, a bot, will go and have it and they're perfectly fine. You know, I mean, to be a soul traveler and to be in this robot body is, it truly is like, it's like being in a prison. It's like being imprisoned. No wonder we have this sense of guilt, of this sense of, well, I must have done something wrong, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. Something, I must have, and you know, whatever. This is religious indoctrination, and you know, you're a sinner, you're bad, and you're just being punished. All of it, the mind control here is just unbelievable. It's beyond anything. It is truly just like, what the fuck, wow. And you're there and you keep thinking, what is this? What is this place? Who am I? What am I? And why am I here? And you just, especially when you're really in the dark, when you're really purging out, bringing up, clearing out this really heavy trauma, self-hate, which is what trauma is. The hell contagion is trauma. It's where you've turned against yourself. You have become the enemy. A part of you has been possessed by the dark side and is turned against you. And it's just all this self-hate. And you think, oh, I couldn't possibly feel that way about myself. Can't possibly feel that way about myself. But that is what trauma does. It is acute, complex PTSD. That is what trauma actually really does. That is what the dark forces always intended. They intended for us to hate ourselves with a virulent, deep, poisonous hate. Because in that part of our being, we cannot accept love at all. We don't even understand love. It's just a word. It doesn't mean anything. We feel that abandoned and that rejected and that worthless and that powerless and beyond words, that you say, well, love, you know, you're loved. It's like, I'm loved. It's like water off a duck's back. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, no, that's bullshit. No, I am here. I'm all alone and totally worthless. And I'm a piece of garbage and I'm in the dark. And there is no such thing as love. And evil always wins. You believe that in that deepest, darkest part of your shadow. You believe that with all your being, because that is what you have lived. Often enough, in fact, most soul travelers are born into families where we are severely abused, mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually. You think to yourself, how the fuck do you survive that? How the fuck do you heal that? How the fuck can you ever resolve this, whatever this is, you know, and be free again and know true well-being again? How can that ever happen? Ever. I mean, you spend days wailing with grief, crawling up the walls with agony. Or you know, you spend days in such agonizing, I mean, it feels, for all intents and purposes, like fatted, demonic psychic attack, but it's actually self-hate. It is the depth and depravity of your own self-hate, which you find so difficult to accept as being self-hate, that it becomes, no, that's external, that isn't me. That's demonic attack. That's something else. And if you carry on doing that, you cannot own it, so you can't heal it. So my advice is to own it. It is a difficult, like I said again, it's a bit of a conundrum, because it's like, well, it is self-hate, but it was inspired by the dark generator, of course, and the dark generator seeks to very much keep it, you know, alive. I mean, all the mind control that was levied upon us, I mean, it's incredible. It's truly like beyond any language whatsoever. If you think about it, really, everything that you've been through, everything that has been done to you, mentally, emotionally, physically, to keep you in a state of grotesque, sadistic bondage. And all of that has to be alchemized. It is without a doubt the hardest thing, the hardest path, the excruciating, what can I say? It is definitely true that the only way out is through. And at this point in the journey, we're probably here thinking, well, that there is no way out. This is never going to end. We're just being tortured to oblivion. It's like a giant jackpot grinding me into the filth forever and ever and ever, and I'm never going to get out. Which is a self-hate thought. If there's anything happening at the moment, is that I'm becoming extremely aware of what self-hate is, how it manifests in my own mind and my own emotions, and how that then affects my body and my reality. That I see very clearly. That is what the dark generator basically is, because the hell contagion, which for the most part is that rabid self-hate, self-attack, self-sabotage, self-manipulation. It's like the dark forces are getting us to do their work for them, because it lives in us and it makes us think like this. You know how we always think in terms of the worst case scenario. Fear, all the time. Oh, you have to be afraid, it's the only way to stay safe. Torture. And I mean, people that aren't really that awake, they don't even know that, you know, and they're there posting all these nice, shallow platitudes on Facebook, and I know straight away, it's like, oh, you haven't got a fucking clue. Or you get these people forever posting bad news. You need to be aware, you need to wake up to the fact that we're all doomed. It's like, yeah, that's really going to help. I had to unfriend several people on Facebook because I just couldn't take it anymore. It was like, yeah, alright, you're fucking going, and you're fucking going, and you're fucking going, because it's abuse. Don't tell me over and over and over again, all these so-called experts like David Icke and Max Egan and some woman called Mrs. Tenpenny, whatever, how doomed we all are, and how the forces of darkness have all the power and we have none, and we need to know this and wake up to this. Why the fuck would I want to wake up to that? What's the point? What is the point? But they're just mindless spreaders, aren't they, of the darkness? Because it literally is like a fucking mind control mechanism. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to focus continually on all the evil that's happening in the world, and then you need to tell other people about it, and you need to spread it like a virus. Spread the sickness, keep spreading the sickness, keep spreading the doom, keep spreading the despair, keep fueling that self-hate and that self-defeat and that self-sabotage, keep fueling the hell contagion, oh yeah. Why do you think that's happening, guys? Well, I'll tell you why. Because despite how fucking horrific we are feeling, you see, we're actually doing the sacred work. I know it doesn't feel that way. I know it doesn't seem that way. I do, I know that. But it's happening. No, Looms, not yet. Can I just go in? Just a second, guys. No. Here. You have a few crunchies. There's no time for your breakfast yet. This is very early. Okay? Oh. All right, you so. Okay. Well, see, if you don't want those, you're not very hungry, are you? Oh, cats, I'll tell you. Well, anyway. I see so clearly, and I mean, I'm not saying that I had to get the whole picture, because I don't, not at all, obviously, but I see so clearly what the hell contagion has done to us. I mean, there are things happening in my life that are keys, literally triggers, that have brought up this densest, darkest, deepest trauma. And severe depression, which is all fueled by terrible fear and self-hate. And self-hate always conjures the fear as well. Of course it would. And it's just these thoughts of like, you're not going to be alright, all the terrible things are going to happen, there's no way out, you're trapped here forever. Evil always wins, and that's all trauma think, and that's all self-hate think. And I'm literally here witnessing, literally watching all this happen and come up out from within me like a toxic volcano, coming up, coming up, coming up. Literally like being in a schoolyard and having the shit kicked out of you by some grotesque, monstrous bully. And that lives within us, and it's like, no, that can't be, that psychic attack. Well, it sort of is, but it sort of isn't, you know? It's soul retrieval work. Because what will happen, I feel, is, again, like, a truce will be declared, an understanding will be reached, a bridge will be built, and a reunification will happen. It has to happen for there to be the light reset. Our whole lives, and for those who are not awake, well, they're not going to get it. They're just not going to get it at all. They're just going to carry on doing whatever it is they do. And, you know, I used to think that I have to try really hard to get my point across, but I'm beginning to understand that, you know what, those who get it will get it, and those who don't, they just won't. This is why I know it's absolutely pointless to red pill people, you know. I got a message from a friend the other day, and it's like, wow, you just don't get it. You just don't get it at all, and it made me feel really bad. You know when you get that sinking feeling in your gut? It's like, how can you be that stupid? But it's mind control, guys, you know, it really, really is. And this person is definitely sold, I know that. Or I think she is. Again, you can't really take it for granted anymore. We can't really take anything for granted. Another thing that just keeps coming up here, and I'm sorry guys if I'm rambling all over the place, I know I tend to do that. It's early. Is that I didn't come here to you know, to be well, or to eke out my little bit of prosperity or anything like, oh, do this and that and whatever, you know, because this world now, I see it now more than ever before, is it's beyond, it cannot be reclaimed, it cannot be, that it's evil needs to be fucking eliminated in every way and shape and form. It has insinuated itself into what once was a beautiful, incredible, magical realm, and has turned it into what we see around us every time we venture out there. Trash city. I mean, I have never seen the amount of rubbish everywhere. Or the sheep, you know, up here, you get the sheep and the ponies up on the moors, and all the animals are looking so unhappy because, of course, they're all being used for, you know, nefarious purposes, just like we humans are being used for nefarious purposes. Everything is fed up. It's like a tower of parasitism. Everything feeds of everything else, you know. And we are part of that. It's appalling. There's such misery and such suffering in this world everywhere I look. I mean, the wildlife is groaning under the weight of continual roads being built and housing developments and disgusting consumerist corporate evil filth, and whilst little individual creative businesses are all falling by the wayside. We all see what's happening. I mean, those of you who are truly awake, you can see the abomination. I've been watching a series called Lost. I don't know how many of you remember that. I only watched it once, and I didn't watch all of it at the time, and I decided to get it and to watch all of it, and I'm happy that I did, or am, or whatever, because it really resonates with me. And of course I know how it ends. I haven't watched the ending, but I was told how it ended and how everybody was really disappointed in it, and I was like, well, actually, it was like Game of Thrones, everybody was pissed off about the ending there, but I thought the ending was actually really good. I mean, Daenerys was a fucking psychopath and was a perfect mimic, and she had to die because she's a fucking psychopath there. But the rest of the world, all the NPCs, thought Daenerys should have sat on the Iron Throne. It's like, that's just the way these types of things, these bots, that's how they think. But Lost is very, very good, and it really, really resonates with me, because it is like what we are in here. Because this place doesn't fucking make any sense. It's like, I think it's in episode 4 where they come across this polar bear on a fucking tropical island, and there's the weird invisible monster moving all the trees, and I think slowly they're beginning to work out that this is not mundane reality we're in anymore. And I think we also are beginning to work out that this is not mundane reality. The only reason that we've thought all this time it was mundane was because we've been severely fucking mind controlled. It's always been the name of the game. Somehow, we have ended up ensconced in these robots, because this is a robot, this thing, this body of mine. My consciousness being infected somehow, and I'm still going to go with that, so I'm not going to say it is the truth, because I don't know that. All I do is I sense it out, I think it out, I sense it out, I get the synchronicity, it's all in a mix, and I kind of work it out as I go along, guys. You know, each their own. And I was this person leaving all these comments about the fact that, oh, we're all AI and we're not, you know, whatever. And I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. But we are ensconced in coded things. These things here, this body is coded. But at the same time, it's really strange, because what I'm getting here is you need, see again, this is always the same, isn't it? It always implies a fear of, oh, you need to, but you might not manage it. I don't mean to imply that, because I actually feel that it is happening and that it will happen, and that triumph victory is inevitable. I feel that. This last week I haven't felt that. I've been in the depths of hell. It's like, wow, Dante's got nothing on this. It's been, oh, fuck me, unbelievable. I've never, ever felt that level of insanity. You know, when I said it before, it's like that part of us is insane with the pain, and it's like, no, I'm not accepting any kind of love at all whatsoever. Get it away from me. I'm never going to take that leap of faith, because it will stick a knife in my back, it will betray me. Evil always wins, and that's what I'm going to go with. And I'm going to hate myself, sabotage myself. I'm going to stay with being afraid all the time and reminding myself to be afraid all the time, and that nothing is going to work out, and it's better to think that way. That way you won't be harmed. That's the way to stay safe, which is completely insane. As you can see, that is insane. That's self-hate. You know, that's self-punishment and self-torment. I mean, bloody hell, but we all do it. And most of people do it without even knowing they're doing it. That's always been the name of the game. If you can get people to do that without being aware that they're doing it, hence the subconscious, then you've got them going around in circles. This whole fucking inverted, insane asylum world is doing exactly that. It's oblivious to the hell contagion. All these people, alright, they're bots, they're not real, whatever they are. But you see what they do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And the result actually is, they do get different results, but not in a good way. The different results are always going deeper into the inversion. Things get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, because the same strategy is applied. I mean, I had to make an appointment with the doctor for a blood test, and it was like, you get the whole coronavirus spiel, don't you? But it's a call tree, so press number 1 for blah blah blah, press number 2 for blah blah blah, etc etc etc. But I don't go to number 4. It was like, oh, if it's about your prescription medication, press number whatever. If it's to report side effects, and I thought, yeah, that's just it, isn't it? Oh, you're sick. Your robot is sick. Why is your robot sick? Well, because you're being fed off. That's why you're sick. You know, that's it. So they'll give you medication for that. It makes all the symptoms go away. You'll still be sick, but you won't have any symptoms. But, oh, wait. Oh, but now you have other symptoms because they're the side effects. So we'll have to give you pills for those side effects. And then those will have side effects. They'll have to give you pills for those side effects. And next thing you know, you sit there with a massive pill box with like, you know, I don't know, fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 pills every day, and you're sick as a dog, and your whole body is just a toxic wasteland, you know. That's what goes for health. That's what goes for health care, you see, guys, huh? Nobody questions that. Nobody questions that. Not at all. Because we're surrounded by bots, and the bots are all programmed. This is why they have to watch the news every day. That's why they have to watch the soap operas like, I don't know, EastEnders and all this shit, or wherever you are. There will be a soap opera targeted specifically for the bots, the empty bots, because they need their daily programming. You see, this is how the hive operates, and that is why they watch these things, because there is no doubt coding, subliminal coding going on in the mainstream media and all the soap operas and certain types of television programs that a soul traveler would never ever allow themselves to be subjected to and poisoned by. The hive needs it every day because they take their programming from it. If you switched all that off and unplugged the hive, as it were, from all of that, I think they'd malfunction and collapse everywhere. They'd literally keel over. They'd start, they wouldn't know how to. And actually that sort of happens. Because you get these weird, you know, these YouTube videos, I don't know if you come across those, where people literally conk out. It's like, I mean, if you look at all the celebrities, right, and again, I say, shit. There's nothing to be celebrated there. It's a putrid heap of shit. That's all it is, festering filth. But all these so-called women have a template body. I've really been paying attention to that, and I've come, it's like, wow. Every single one of them has pretty much the same body. So they must make them to a template. They always have the hips of a man, and I know what a woman's body look like versus a man's body. So a woman's shoulders are generally the same size as her hips or thereabouts. So that's that. A man's body, his shoulders will be wider than his hips generally, and a man's hips are shaped differently. So when you look at a man's hips without his clothes on, you can see, okay, that is a man's, those are a man's hips, and that's a woman. You can always see, it's quite obvious really. So these women have man's hips. They have man's bodies, but a woman's head. So what they've done is they've combined the feminine and the masculine into one body, basically, these bots, because they are bots. They have weird things going on inside their mouths, like, you know, and all kinds of weird shit going on. And of course they can be downloaded into these empty bots. And when that happens, all of a sudden they have split pupils or black eyes or whatever, you know. And every now and then one of them malfunctions and conks out. And that's what happens as well. You know. And here we are, soul travellers, in our own bot bodies, feeling totally fucking trapped. And what keeps us here, what keeps us ensconced in this robotic world, It's the hell contagion. It's all that mind control and the ensuing trauma, which is the self-hate. Because self-hate is trauma. It's basically what it is. You don't mean to hate yourself, of course not. They had to literally assault you in the most horrific, overwhelming, grandiose way to get you to hate yourself and to get you to turn against yourself and mistreat yourself and sabotage yourself and tell yourself, I need to be afraid all the time in order to stay safe. Right? It's the part of you that helps you, supposedly, helps you to navigate this hostile, sadistic environment. But it's lost the plot a long time ago, because there is no way really to navigate this place at all. Because it's hell, we're in hell, it's hell. Hell is a place where everything that is good and true and pure and beautiful is perennially under attack, is perennially threatened, is perennially hurt and harmed and eviscerated. You know? You go out and you see by the roadside all these dead animals, and that sort of tells you what's going on. All the rubbish people just chuck out of their cars, you know, the bots. And yet, so I've been paying a great deal of attention to what's going on. And so you can be in the middle of this and just be in so much agony, and in so much fear and pain and rage, and it's there. It's like, oh, the self-hate and all of it, and it's, you think, oh, this pure evil, I'm never going to get out of here. But something there just holds on to you, you know? And it helps you to have even a sliver of perspective of, I can see what's going on and I understand what this is, what's been done to my psyche, what's been done to me, why I think the way I do, why I feel the way I do, why all of this insanity, whoa. And there you are aware that leap of faith, that choice, that shift is imminent. It is imminent, and that which stops you from being able to make that leap of faith, to surrender, to let go, to disentangle, to forgive, and to love yourself fiercely, magically, to transcend, to realize who and what you are, and what this is, and what you came here to do, and to totally be in your power, of your power, to be what you really are, and to express it and use that power, use your magic. That is what I'm talking about. That part of you, your darkest shadow, doesn't believe in it at all, because it's like, that's just a stupid dream that will never happen. We're trapped here forever, evil always wins. And that is the conundrum, guys. That's it. That is what is happening here. Because that has to be dissolved and healed and alchemized. Because that is the millstone around our proverbial neck. That is what pins us to the wheel. You know, in the tarot we have the Wheel of Fortune. And for some people, the bots out there, you know, when they go to their bot, NPC bot, tarot card reader who reads the cards in a mundane sense, thinks, oh, you're about to win the lottery. Well, of course, there's nothing to do with that. The Wheel of Fortune is this place and us in it. You know, everything goes down and it comes up again, and it goes down and it goes up again. You know, life, I mean, you know, you're born, you work, you pay your taxes, you get sick because you're being fed off, and you die, and then you do it again and again and again. maybe. I don't know. But that which pins us to the wheel is the hell contagion, the dark generator, which is this realm. This is the dark generator now. It wasn't always like this, but our consciousness in healing itself is creating exactly the right set of circumstances, as it were, in order for it to be healed, in order for it to shift, in order for it to click back into shape, reunion, wholeness, and hey, light reset, something like that. And so that really heavy, toxic, evil, sludge, mind control, insanity, self-hate, putridness has to be sorted out. It's what pins us to the wheel, guys. See, if you were AI, like this individual keeps believing, we would not be able to think like this. We wouldn't even have an inkling, an understanding, a notion, a sense of true freedom, which is love, self-love. We wouldn't be doing this sacred work of the soul retrieval that we've been doing for years now. I mean, it is the greatest act of love to keep going into hell, to receive yourself, to get back all of you, every last bit of you. Just like in that film, What Dreams May Come. Such a good film. And like in that TV series, Lost, that's it, man. We came into this world. We crashed into this place, whatever this is. Crashed, boom, into it. Into the mind control, into the sadistic abuses and the gaslighting, which has now reached such epic proportions. I mean, and to be surrounded by these fucking bots, and I am so here with you guys when you say I hate them with a virulent, intense hatred, and I want vengeance, and I want to destroy these fuckers, because, you know, I totally get you, I hear you. I too feel that, and at the same time I too feel that eventually I will get to a place where I'm able to really let that go, because even that pins me to the wheel. Because why do we feel that way? Because we feel still, in the self-hate part of us, we still feel that evil always wins. That we're never going to get out of here. That, look at me, look what's happening to my body, look what's happening to my life. Everything is fucked up, I'm never going to be okay, I'm not going to be okay. Everything is working against me. No matter what I do, no matter what I try, nothing is working out, I'm not getting anywhere. Oh, Looms. Hey, come here, darling. It's alright. You know, it feels that way, doesn't it? We feel pinned to the wheel. We feel like these bots are there taunting us, mocking us, and they are. But the minute you realise something, the minute you realise that you are a soul traveller, that you are precious and valuable and powerful, you won't hate them anymore, because you'll reach a level of indifference. You don't need to give them your love, because they're not real. Why would you give your love to an inanimate object? Sorry. You know, like, would I love this? No. You simply won't care. You'll be indifferent. It's this hatred of them and this vengeful stuff that comes from your sense of being victimized, you see. We are crossing the darkest abyss in a tiny little boat, thinking we're going to sink and drown in grotesque horror here. But I don't believe that is what's really going on, because there's far too much meaningfulness showing up here. And of course, there's a problem with the self-hate element here as well, is the massive amount of cognitive dissonance. So it resists every fucking light point. It will resist, no, that's not true, and no, that's not true, and you can't trust the synchronicity, can't trust that, you can't trust anything. No, every time something pops up that tells you it's meaningful, you got to reject that because that's bullshit, because you're being manipulated. There is no light, there's only evil. Do you see what I mean? So it resists everything that is actually trying to help you, trying to show you, trying to uplift you, trying to tell you it's okay, it's going to be all right. And that's your densest part of shadow, the self-hate, passive-aggressive element, saying, no, that's bullshit, it's all bullshit. It's all bull, there is no light, just stay in the dark and believe that, and, well, you know what that does to you. And that resistance, that heavy, no, I'm not going to go into the light resistance, conundrum resistance, will often manifest in ways that are very, very difficult to deal with. It will manifest on the external plane in your life one way or another, either in your physical health or in material or relationships or whatever, however. You know, that's it. And that compounds it, but actually that is literally the trigger. See, it's catch-22, but in a good kind of way. It triggers things to happen on the external, which trigger that particular part of hell contagion to come up. It has to be triggered. It has to come up. You work through it. You feel it. And it's really at this juncture, it's not a case of, oh, stay in the light and, no, it's not like that at all. Yeah. Somehow we will get through this. We will alchemize it. You may not think you're doing that. You may think you're trapped and stuck and doomed and whatever that you are. Maybe you're just AI and you're just going to be switched off, or you're just going to be annihilated by evil, or all these really dark, really negative nuances and thoughts and feelings. The cascade of severe depression, which is terrible fear. I'm never ever going to be safe. I'm never going to be alright. Evil always wins. And there's so many different nuances, but you know, all of that. All of that is the hell contagion, and all of that is a result of severe trauma, gaslighting, manipulation, MK Ultra, whatnot. All of that. Yeah, it's where you are totally against yourself, working against yourself, sabotaging yourself, tormenting yourself. Broken record me here, repeating myself, but you know, sometimes it needs repeating. Yeah, I have to, when I talk to myself, because I really do talk to myself, is the way I get through all of this, is to talk with myself, be with myself and talk to myself. I've done it my whole life. Some people might think I'm a bit... But I had to do that because I had nobody. I've never had anyone my whole life until, I don't know, the last kind of decade of my life. But before that, I was on my own, always, from when I was very little. And so I talk with myself and I get myself through it. It's seeing it, knowing it, and guiding yourself through that darkness. You are the light that guides yourself through this abyss of darkness and despair and fear. You. And I guess that's always been it, guys. We're so programmed to think we're so powerless and that we have to wait for something from the external plane to come and help us and to get us out of here, and that when things get better we will then have faith. That's not how it works, guys. We have to clear out, neutralize and alchemize the hell contagion, which is all that programming and all that trauma, and it literally, and to bring home ourself all the way through that soul retrieval work, which now is the hardest thing ever. That is how it works. That is what we do, and that is how it works, and that is what we do. That in and of itself, when we do that work, is an act of faith, guys. That is taking that leap of faith. We are taking it every day as we do this sacred work. We are doing that. We choose love when we do that. So we are getting it right, you see. Just because you feel like absolute shit, and just because you're having all these horrible, intrusive thoughts that are so attacking and tormenting, making you feel like so shit, doesn't mean that you're getting it wrong. Actually, it probably means you're getting it right, because you're working through it, you're being with yourself, you're choosing to love yourself, and feeling it, and releasing it, and alchemizing it. And that means that you are taking that leap of faith. It means you do love yourself. It means you are getting it right. You are doing the sacred work. You are choosing faith, and you are choosing love, and all of that, you see, you are. And that tells you something then. It tells you that you are far more powerful than you can possibly begin to imagine, because otherwise you'd have succumbed ages ago. No, this is meaningful, guys. It's incredibly hard, but it's very, very meaningful. And this is not a mundane thing. This reality doesn't actually make any sense. If you've really paid attention, it doesn't make any sense. It is discombobulated. Reality itself, such as it is, and it's a stupid fucking word, let's just call it the realm, or the experience, it is in and of itself discombobulated. It doesn't actually make any fucking sense whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense. It's scattered and shattered and broken up into bits, and it's all like, what the fuck? And we're surrounded by these creatures parroting mundane reality, mundane reality, mundane reality, mundane reality, and it's bullshit, 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 bullshit. But we are so painfully acutely aware of the suffering of nature and of the animals and of the very few soul beings that are here. We feel that, and it hurts so much. Because their suffering is our suffering, you know. Really is. It's appalling. And for that matter, I keep seeing 44 or 144 everywhere. I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, there are very, very few soul travelers here, man. There's a YouTube channel I like a lot. One of a very, very few that when she does a video, I'll generally watch it and listen to it, and it's good. But when I look at the comments section, or when she does a live stream and I look at the comments there, it's like, fucking hell, Jesus. Oh, appalling. Plastic, bot, fucking bollocks. Appalling. Every now a few comments, I'm like, soul being. Soul being. Maybe 2, maybe 3, 4 at best. There aren't many of us here, guys. Not many at all. Not many at all. And we have to discern, because we honestly really must learn to discern whom we give our energy to, because they are feeders. They are so envious of our light, because we are soul travelers. This realm, this experience has been reset toward darkness very much now. I mean, just watching Lost and realizing that it's got such redemptive quality, and that characters are likable people that, yeah, fuck up, people that have gotten it wrong, but they have soul, they have a sense of, I wanna, you know, there's a healing covenant going on there, and I like it. This is very much, I'm going to continue to watch it. But if you look at television series now, you go on Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu or whatever you've got over there in America, it is all heavy duty satanic filth like you wouldn't believe. It's like, wow. I mean, it's all murder and mayhem and torture and sex and torture and death, and it's pure satanic. You know, and that shows me that, whoa, things have gotten very, very, very massive nosedive. It's as if the more it lies exposed to hell contagion, the more we see what the dark generator is. It's that which has insinuated itself, the AI, dark consciousness which has insinuated itself into this realm, which is literally what created the hell contagion. It is the blight of the crops. It withers everything. Yeah. The black hand everywhere I go of late, not that I have been going everywhere, but when I do go out in a car, keep seeing these traffic signs. I mean, it's a big black hand like that with a, you know, like forbidden, like, you know, this is the end of the black hand. The end. And so guys, take heart. Know that all can be transformed. Because what could happen to a world that has literally fallen into a dark, nefarious, robotic AI realm? Boom. From having been a fluid, a fluid, magical realm. Infinite, incredible, beyond anything we could possibly imagine now. Right? And it has fallen and fallen and fallen and fallen through the layers, through the layers, through the layers. And we have fallen with it. This is why we have all these memories of places and whatnot, you know, because we've fallen along with it. That's always been our experience, to do the whole thing, you know, from beginning to end. And I think we're at the end now. Well, I fucking hope so. Crikey. It's a very big thing, you know, this experience, and there's no way to really put it into words, actually, you know, there really just isn't. There's a reason for that. That's all part of the evil agenda as well, because if you can't put things into words, then... But soul travelers have quantum consciousness, so even if you can't put something into words, we can still understand it and work with it. And we do that every day, you know. We can transform all of this. These bodies that we are ensconced in can become fluid again. We can transform them. We can transform all of this. That is what this is all about, guys. This is the leap of faith. And rather than taking it like that, it's a very slow, gradual thing. And it's not easy at all, and you will think, oh my god, what if evil always wins and we're never going to get out of here? All these types of terrible fears and all that rabid self-hate type shit and the soul retreat, all of this, all of it. And how it manifests on the external plane in terms of physical malaise, severe depression, anxiety, insomnia, everything, because it is already malfunctioning, guys. This place, this realm is malfunctioning. That is that which is evil, which has insinuated itself into this place and has subjected everything to the code. You see the Fibonacci code, the DNA code. It has coded everything. That, I think, is how it takes over. It takes that which is fluent, as in like water, and codes it to make it denser and more stagnant. The coding is how it invaded this realm. It coded it. That is what it's done. That is what I think. That is what I feel. And so we, by doing the sacred work, we neutralize that. So we neutralize that coding, which is the hijack. We neutralize the coding and it becomes fluid again. But for that we will need all our magic, all our magical prowess. We need to understand, not with the mind so much, but to know what we are. Because our bodies are more than what we think they are. And what it all comes down to is love. If we can get to a point where we understand that it is all about loving ourselves and this world as it is in all its broken, blighted state to receive ourselves, these broken bodies, this broken consciousness and this broken world, to receive her, ourselves, with unconditional love, to let go of all this vengeance and all this hate, and to receive that which is broken with unconditional love. I can see all that evil evaporate and just being no more, and only that which is true and pure and good remain and being healed, and the coding being gone. No more DNA, no more Fibonacci, no more limitation, no more deprivation, no more manipulation, no more MK Ultra, just pure, infinite creativity and love. And I still, with all my being, feel this and sense this and feel that that is why we are here. That's what I feel. And I'm just going to go with that. The cognitive dissonance is here saying, oh, that's bullshit. You shouldn't go with that because you're going to be disappointed. You're going to find out it's all a carrot on a stick. It's not going to go anywhere. No. Just go with the hate and all the negativity and just tell people that they should get prepared because we're all doomed and they need to get prepared. Do that. Stay with that. Yeah. Worst case scenario. Yeah. It's better to go there. Yeah. And that is the hell contagion, and that is the weapon the dark side uses against us. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's like the snake that eats its own tail. It can never win, guys. Everything that is used against us, we take, we utilize for our infinite healing and transformation, for the reset. We do that. We've always done that. We just haven't seen it. So anyway, I'm going to call it a day there because I've been rabbiting on for a bit. But I wish you all my love, and just know that, wow, it's going to be okay, guys. It's going to be all right, you know. It really, really will. We deserve for everything to work out incredibly, beautifully, magically. All of that, you know. All my love.